You are watching Channel Adrian TV.
Yo, YouTube, what up? Welcome back to another video. But before I get into this video, y'all know what y'all need to do. Subscribe to the channel, like and comment on the video. Also follow me on Rumble, where I post, in the Room 1031 channel that I do with Maurice. And if you have anything you want me to react to, sports, the dynamics between men and women, or an Ask Adrian question about your own personal life, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can hit me up on one of my social media platforms. They'll be pinned in the description. And y'all, welcome back. I know it's been a while after workout thoughts, but I wanted to switch it up and do a story time because one of my homegirls pulled me aside. She was like, Adrian, you're right about how when men don't work out when they're married and get fat, you lose attraction. And some of you may be watching this and be like, you gotta be lying. No, a lot of women, married women that watch my content or people that I know, they'll pull me inside and tell me, no, Adrian, what you're saying is right. And then I asked her, she told me she wanted me to talk about this on one of my story times. And the main reason for this is because she does have a daughter and she doesn't want her daughter to marry somebody who's obese. Now, you don't have to believe me, but I'm telling you, married women that I know that are homegirls, because y'all know I'm an old head, they pull me aside and tell me these things. And honestly, I know a lot of men who are cool with homegirls, they tell them the same things too. Now, obviously, they can't be on the channel because it show their identity, but let me get into the story. So, to make a long story short, one of my homegirls married a guy she wasn't really into. He was always around, and he always tried. She denied him, but later on in life, when her options dwindled down, she gave him a chance. And the main reason she wasn't really attracted to him because he was already pudgy. He was already overweight. And she's more into guys who are fit, because if you see her Instagram page, you'll understand why. Because I'll be honest, she does look good. Remember, I'm not a hater. I always keep it a buck. But she gave him a chance. He treats her well. I'm pretty sure y'all see where this story going. He treats her well, doesn't cheat, does what he can. Now, I don't know the finances, that's none of my business, but let's just say he's doing well enough to at least get that relationship and marriage, and they have a daughter. But after the honeymoon phase of getting married wore off, and also the kid, because only had one child, and that was her first child, she immediately got back in the gym and got right. He was lazy and gained more weight to where he's more on the obese side. And she said it's hard for her to even have sex with him. And if you look at it's funny how things work out. If you look at my previous video I just dropped about how a woman says the reason she thinks a lot of women get bored in relationships and marriages is because they're really not attracted to their husband, this is the same case, or not that far off, because she didn't tell me she wasn't attracted to her husband, but if you don't want to have sex with your husband because of his weight, that kind of lets me know what it is. And you may be saying, Adrian, what's the point? The point is, I'm going to start sharing these stories more. That proves my point when I'm telling you, men, you have to at least work out. Now, I'm not saying you need to be 7-8% body fat like they'd be on the fitness competitions, which is very hard to do. You at least need to stay in shape from where they met you, because you got to think about it. If they met you at a certain weight and you starting to gain weight, that means you're starting to become lazy and complacent. And I know some people will say, well, what about time and the child? And I get that, but she isn't trying to hear that, because this is a rare situation. Most of the time you hear it flipped. You'll hear these type of sentiments from men talking about their wife because their wife got lazy after having the baby and the extra baby weight. But no, this situation is flipped. And this also proves another point that I said. Once people get the ring and a piece of paper, people can immediately change, because before their marriage he would at least go to the gym 5 times a week. Now he doesn't go as much. Now, like I said, I don't know the finances, so he could have took on another job or whatever, but for your own wife to say she's no longer attracted to you, I gotta be honest, I'm pretty sure that will hurt a lot of men. But this is why I say, man, you need to stay in the gym, you need to work out, you need to find something to do active. And especially if you're not going to work out as you were, you definitely need your mind to be more strict with your diet. And I told her I was going to put this video out today. Of course, I'm not going to say her name, but I also told her I was going to say this in the video, because she said, Adrian, why won't you get legally married, blah, blah. This is one of the reasons why. Look at your situation. Now, I'll be upset. I have to go get divorced, go through all this red tape to get divorced from you. And I don't know like I said, I don't know what the finances are. So I don't know if I have to pay alimony, do all this and that. Because like I said, if I was in that situation and the woman that I got with got lazy and got fat, I will leave. Now, I know if this is your first time watching my channel, I always say, and I always lead with, I tell women up front, if you don't take working out seriously and you get fat, I will leave you. Because to me, if you become fat, when fat, I mean obesity. So in other words, 30% body fat. If you get that big, you don't care about yourself and you don't love yourself to do something. Because let me be clear, that doesn't mean you're a bad person, but if I was 30% body fat, I would look in the mirror and say, okay, I need to make a change. I need to change my diet. I need to work out. If I had to cut out TV, if I had to cut out doing something, I'm gonna do it, because being this high of a body fat percentage is not okay. And I know people say, Adrian, well, women are different because of hormones, and that's not true. Social media and social media, YouTube, Facebook kills all that, because there are women who are dedicated and focused, and then there are women who are not dedicated and focused. A lot of people use the emotions and going through menopause, all those things. But then you have women on the other side who are going through the exact same things, but they still watch their diet and work out. I tend to lean towards to the side of those type of women. But men, use this lesson, use this story time to hopefully it motivates you to at least work out, because more and more of these stories are starting to come out. And especially, say if the woman that you're with was fat and gets in shape, odds are she's going to want to level up and leave you. Y'all remember, like, comment, and subscribe. And please, to all the men and women out there, especially if you're married, take care of yourself. And also, if you respect your partner, stay in shape, get into the gym. I'll see you in the next one.